Not as fun doing an event like this all on your lonesome, but we roll out for heat race number 1 for our Bill Sybil Production Sedan King of the Road. Oh, we've got cars already around, and that's Ron Belfield, who's gone for a spin, and the yellows have come on. Oh, don't tell me the hook's already needed for car number 61. Making his grand return to the Make Smoking History Collie Speedway. Belfield, as we've said, has won a multitude of events here, including 2 state titles and a national title, but that left front has seen better days. The Auto 1 Tirana. Look, from this vantage point, it doesn't look bad, but he's decided to pull up stumps early. Sedans try for a second attempt to get this one down packed as talk about throwing chaos to the wind as Josh Fraser is trying very quickly. The top side as Murray Ivanhoe and Mitch Collie get very close for comfort as lap number 1 goes to Nino Mendez. Mitch Collie trying the top side of the racetrack as all. We've got one car slowing, and that is Josh Fraser. A dare slayer flat right rear tyre for the curb doctor, car number 5, as he is quickly to the top side of the racetrack. And we'll have our first retiree of heat race number 1 of the production sedans, and it is Josh Fraser. Just waiting to see. Yes, it is. Our suspicions are true. And Fraser is out. Meanwhile, back out in front, Mendez leads comfortably after 3. But he will have a very quick car number 4 starting to close in. Rhodes, Murray Ivanhoe and Jackie Maroney, your top 5 as they run into Palmer's Corner at the halfway mark. Very quick set of laps so far from our production sedans, and as we already said, be racing for $33,000 on April 10 and 11. So this marathon of a King of the Road is just a precursor of what we'll see in 3 weeks' time in Timbertown. But not only is Mitch Collie closing on to the back of Nino Mendez, so too is that plucky little Sigma. Here comes Barry Rose as they'll catch up on a Brendan Croy. Oh, wow. One zigged, the other zagged, and has allowed the 181 to come around the outside, and Rose, who's been very quick here for over a decade, finds himself in P number 2 with the white flag on show. Josh Martinelli as well in car number 7 is starting to slow, so troublesome time for his Holden Commodore as he will join Ron Belfield. And Josh Fraser, in fact, no, he won't. He'll keep running on in car number 7. But the checkered flag will come out, and the win will go to Nino Mendez. A run to the line will give Mitch Collie P2 with a smart move to the inside of Barry Rose, Murray Ivanhoe, Jackie Maroney, David Marini, Joshua Martinelli, and Brendan Crow will be your 8 finishers. Josh Fraser only completed 1 lap, and Ron Belfield pulled to the infield after an opening lap melee. But it is Wayne Livingston and a Clint Noakes with a front row of heat race number 2 of the production sedans. Cody Blyant, Lockie Della, Dylan Parks, Kelsey Beard, Olivia Smith, Danny Nicholas, Ricky Nuccini, and John Miles. Cars are scattering left, right, and centre further back through the field as the greens roll out for heat race number 2. And Ricky Nuccini making quick moves through the field, already up 4 positions as Clinton Oakes has fired away very quickly. Lockie Dalla as well, as they've got by Car number 86 of Wayne Livingston, who started off the pole in this one, already up to third spot and being challenged by the Mustang, who's back up and racing since the first time. Since the state title, the Narrogin Speedway is parked to the inside of Livingston for the third spot. Then it's Blight. Nuccini already passed a couple of more drivers as we also have a kid in the exclusion zone. Can we please get the kid away from the front straight? So much going on here. And it's just trying to keep focus of what's going on at the racetrack. Fun times. What else is fun? How much Clint Noakes is leading by already. It's at 2 seconds over Lockie Della. Great battle going on for P number 3 as here comes Ricky Nuccini. He's been able to get by Cody Blight for the 5th spot. I dare say he's not done yet in the Tyre Pound Collie car number 41. Parks is right there, just ahead of him. But they're all behind one of the wily old veterans of production sedan racing. Well, your race leader comes past the stripe with 3 laps to go. Noakes is quite comfortably home and hosed in this one as Olivia Smith, I dare say, has got something broken in the front of the 25 machine. While Noakes was trying to get around the outside, you saw the full left wheel hook that the 25 machine had trying to go around the corner. So Smith retires. John Miles has just got a lap down in the 533. But the white flag is ready on show for car number 23 of Clint Noakes, who's back. The Make Smoking History Collie Speedways. Oh no, trouble times for the driver who was running in second place and doing such a good job was Lockie Della, as he will come to a stop here on the front straight. Yellows will have to come on right inside of the line. Back then to the 57 machine of Kelsey Beard and John Miles. So Della joins the 25 on the infield. And we'll get ready for a restart. Green-white checker. 2 laps of the Make Smoking History Collie Speedway for Clint Noakes, who was leading by over 6 seconds. That was obviously with the demise of a Lockie Della. The battle now for the bridesmaid position. And with it all bunched up, does Nuccini go the top side? Yes, he does. Parks has the comfortable on the inside line as here comes the Mustang. Drag race for third spot. Give it to Nuccini. Parks is going to not die without a fight as he's back to the inside of Ricky Racecar in the 41. Noakes has staled away to take the win as Nuccini will try and drag race Wayne Livingston to the line, but Dogman gets it. Nuccini third. Then it's Livingston, Parks, Blight, Beard, Danny Nicholas and John Miles. In a few races time as Nuccini gets a great start. On the outside, Wayne Livingston and as well Cody Blight of having a big excursion as wide as possible. David Marini, Nino Mendez, Dylan Parks, they're 3 wide. Well, bid on here in Collie as Nino Mendez finds himself to position number 2, but lap number 1 goes to race car Ricky. Mendez in second. The battle still for third between Marini, Parks and Josh Fraser. As here comes Jake Fraser to the inside. Marini still holds on strong. Parks, though, has been demoted back to 5th position, but watch out for Wayne Livingston, Cody Blight and Josh Martinelli. Marini now the big loser out of that whole debingle as Marini goes back to 6th spot. There's a lot of movers and shakers at the moment. Speaking about cars moving, there's one of them that's right on the back bumper of our race leader, and that's Nino Mendez in car number 11. The Mendez Race Engines Element Produce car number 11 on a charge as he tries to just dabble with the outside line. Just not there in turns 1 and 2 like it is in 3 and 4. He might think otherwise this time around. It has a big look to the top side of the racetrack. Nuccini's able to recover, but Mendez, he's trying over, he's trying under. He's like Goldilocks at the moment. But right now, he might be the one being under attack as Jay Fraze looks to the inside of car number 11. Great race out in front between the 41, the 11 and the 5 as Mendez has tried everything he possibly can with 3 laps left to run. Nuccini's covering closely the bottom side of the racetrack, which is what he needs to do in turns number 1 and 2. Fraser as well running the inside very well as Marini pulls to the infield. It's car number 11 where you have to watch left front hiking and everything. Here comes Fraser down to the top side. Sedan racing at its best here at the Make Smoking History Collie Speedway. 2 laps left to run and Fraser could have 1 and 2 sorted out. He gets to the outside of Mendez. Looks to the outside of Nuccini as they roll down the back straight. Demotes the 11 to third. Can he demote the 41 to second spot as the Fraser, the BA Commodore running ragged around Collie. 1 to go. Fraser draws level with Nuccini. Is it enough though as Nuccini just doesn't get the exit he wants? 3 wide for the race lead with 2 corners to go. Mendez to the inside. Nuccini the middle, but it's Josh Fraser around the top side of them all that takes the win in an absolute exciting heat race number 3 of our production sedans. Wow! Wow, wow, wow! What a race that one was! How about a round of applause for our production sedans? What a race! And Josh Fraser takes the win by half a second in the end from Nuccini and Mendez. Parks, Leviston, Blight, Martinelli, your finishers. Marini completes the 4 with Ron Belfield and Olivia Smith not making the start. Wow. Still up to only event 15 here though. Production sedans, heat race number 4. Watch out obviously for car number 23. Of Clinton Oaks as John Miles sounded like a bucket of bolts as it went past the front straight. Mitch Collie, who had a great run in his opening heat race to come through and finish second place, is leading your final qualifier for production sedans. That'll be the last race after it all is said and done tonight with the Bill Sybil King of the Road. But it's car number 4 who we all are chasing of Mitch Colleen, the battle on for 4th space as Denny Nicholas has got Barry Rose, Clinton Oaks and Kelsey Beard all chasing the 28 sophomore driver as he runs very wide into Cardinals corner. He does lose a position to Barry Rose. Noxo still holding strong behind Danny Nicholas. Mitch Colleen holds on while it's Murray Ivanhoe and Jackie Maroney who are giving the chase in car number 2 and 78 respectively. So what we saw in the opening heat race is a complete reversal of what's going on through heat race number 4. As Brendan Crock, you just hear, come past us in car number 12. He's only his 3rd ever start in Speedway racing, and every start he has is on this final night of the season. Hey, his 1st ever time running here. He did finish in 4th place in the King of the Rose. So all he needs to do is keep on running, and he could be, yet again, close to the finishing order after 40 laps. Three laps still to run in this one as Mitchell Khalid leads by 1.2 seconds over Maroney and Barry Roses. This one definitely not as exciting as was what we saw in heat race number 3. But these guys know this is all just about points. 40 laps is a long way around any sort of racetrack. And yes, you want to start near the front, but plenty can happen between lap 1 and lap 40 as the white flag is on show for Mitch Colleen. Murray Ivanhoe has closed the gap just little every lap, but that excursion on the top side of turn number 4 really didn't help the Ultra Tune Cannington Holden Commodore in closing in on the Ivix Industries car 4, who will have a win up against his name with his 2nd place, and he'll be starting on the front row for tonight's finale of the Bill Sybil King of the Road. Mitch Colleen takes the win in heat 4 of the production sedans ahead of Ivanhoe, Maroney, Rose, Noakes, Nicholas, Kelsey Beard, and Brendan Crowe. 31st year. Is another race that is on the list, especially for our club members, that they want to win. And here is the chance of 20 cars. So near on full field. In fact, no, it is a full field. All 20 cars that started the show are in the feature. No. We lost 2. So 18 cars to start. No Lockie Dalla or Ron Belfield, which Belfield had his accident on lap 1, turn 1. That's heartbreaking. It was turn 2, to be honest. But turn 1, we were both wrong, Scott Beatty and myself. Big thanks again to Healthway, KJB Industries, Collie Ridge Resort, Spry's Butchers, Amalgamated Civil and Plant Hire, Thompson's Auto Parts, Collie Machine Shop, SeaTac Mechanical, Ian Guppy and Go the Smash Repairs, Collie Bin Hire, Collie Sign Effects, Mendez Race Engines, and so many more that have joined us for this season. The final race of 2025-26. The Bill Sibbald, King of the Road for Production Sedans. Mitchell, Colleen, and Nino Mendez to lead us to the green. Clint Noakes trying to make it 3 wide. Going into the back straight as Mendez has the upper hand. Noakes is right up against the wall as we are 3 wide, but lap number 1 goes the way of Nino Mendez. Mitch Colleen demoted back to 3rd spot while Noakes is on a fire for the race leaders. He is side by side with Nino Mendez for that top spot. Mendez gets shaken up high and Noakes has hit the lead after 2 laps. Top 3 have broken away as Nuccini has got a gaggle of cars right behind him. There's 6 of them fighting for 4th position. That includes Josh Fraser's. We've had another change for the race lead. We'll forget about them because there's all going on for position number 1. And there was contact between Mendez and Clint Noakes to the fact where Noakes' left rear has become quite exposed on the Glenbrae Hay car number 23. Colleen, all out of shape, was about to be in the clutches of Ricky Nuccini and Josh Fraser as there's now 7 of them battling for position number 3. Meanwhile, Noakes is back to the inside of car number 11 for the race lead. They'll meet their first set of lap competitors of John Myers and Brandon Crowe early on in this one as well, as we've already completed the 4 laps, a 10th of the way there. As we've got a battle for position number 4. Josh Fraser's on the inside of Ricky Nuccini, but watch out as that little Sigma that could wants to come play. Cody Blight has spun the car around in turn number 3 as well, as we've got the yellows that will come on for Cody Blight. Ready to restart. Jackie Maroney thought he gave him a helping hand as he put himself to the tail of the field as we completed the opening 5 laps of this one. And speaking of car number 5, he wants to move from position number 5, Josh Fraser, around the outside of Ricky Nuccini to take over the 4th spot. Barry Rose, Dylan Parks, and Murray Ivan here in 6th, 7th and 8th, while Wayne Livingston and Danny Nicholas round out your top 10 at the moment. So a great race further back through the field, and it's starting to get interesting again for the race leaders. Noakes trying to find something deeper south than what Nino Mendez has at the moment. Well, Mitch Colleen could be finding something completely different where anyone else is racing at the moment, as he looks above Noakes and Mendez for the race lead. Mendez to the middle side. Noakes is trying every way, but through car number 11 at the moment to find his way through, but it hasn't seemed to quite work so far for the Holden Commodore. In fact, it's Holden Commodores 1, 2 and 3. The first Ford Falcon runs in position number 4. In fact, the only other brand of car is the Mitsubishi Magna of Barry Rose, who's now on the outside of Ricky Nugini for the 5th position. Nugini has it, but he has 4 cars right behind him that want to demote him to position number 8 before this one's all said and done. Barry Rose has done it. He's been the first one by race car Ricky. Meanwhile, back out in front, almost a change for the race leaders. Mendez is holding strong at the moment, but there's just not enough yet on the top side of the racetrack for Noakes to make a move, or is there? He could make a complete liar out of this one, out of being, as we have completed our opening 10 laps of this one. And for the first time, well, not the first time ever, we've had a change in the race lead. We've had a couple of them so far, but a new race leader is Clint Noakes in car number 23. Noakes has been able to get by Nino Mendez, as Mitch Colleen is following suit higher above Nino Mendez, as here comes car number 4 on a charge. Colleen to the top side, Mendez to the bottom, a race to the line. It's still car number 11. 29 laps left to run as they put car number 12 of Brendan Crowe a lap down. Crowe, the last car on track at the moment, is running in position number 17, so we've only lost the 1 car so far in this one, and that was 533 of John Miles. So it's been an interesting one from the get-go, as Noakes has been able to open up an advantage on Nino Mendez, who's trying to now be the defender than the antagonist in this one, as he has Mitch Colleen, who is looking to be joined by Josh Fraser and Barry Rose, while Nuccini's doing his best to keep Murray Ivan out and Wayne Livingston behind the 41 machine. Then it's Dylan Parks, who's fallen off. He's actually pulled to the infield, so Parks is out in the Mustang. So it's Nuccini, who's just been left to deal with car number 2 and 86 all on his lonesome, while Danny Nicholas and David Marini now join the top 10 as they put a lap down on Olivia Smith in car number 25. So Smith, the next one, a lap down, as we look like to have lost David Marini. No, we've just got one driver who's on a charge of Josh Martinelli. So Martinelli's up into position number 10 at the moment, making his way through the field. Another one who's making some positions up has been that little Sigma, who runs in now the 4th spot. We're giving Josh Martinelli the big old love. He's now pulled to the infield in car number 7. So Martinelli will join Dylan Parks and John Miles on the infield. We now the halfway mark in this one. 23 laps still to run. Noakes leads by 2.1 seconds as we've got the 51 around again. Green lights are back on. Great restart from C. Noakes. And the race has gotten very interesting for position number 2. Scott Beattie almost made himself a boo-boo there as he forgot to go green. But it's okay, we've gone green and it's still all normal out in front. Noakes, Mendez, Mitch Colleen and Barry Rose. This Sigma always seems to find itself near the pointy end of a 40-lap feature race here in Collie. He didn't have the best of runs at the Production Sedan Club Championship, but he's looking to change it. Halfway mark getting ready to be hit this time by as 20 laps complete, 20 laps remaining And it's Clint Noakes from Nino Mendez and Mitch Colleen, your top three. Barry Rose is fourth, and it's Josh Fraser, Murray Ivanhoe, and Ricky Nuccini. Wayne Leviston is back to eighth place, just ahead of Danny Nicholas, David Marini, Jackie Maroney, Kelsey Beard, and Olivia Smith. So 13 cars still running on track in your production sedan. Bill Sibbald, king of the road. And the race is on for third spot as Barry Rose goes right around the outside of Mitch Colleen. Great job to put that Husky little Sigma inside the top three in the king of the road. And I have a feeling he's not done yet. As Colleen, so too Josh Fraser and Murray Ivanhoe all want to come and play. Ivanhoe, since that restart, has come alive and is right on the back bumper of that chasing pack for the bridesmaid position, while Clint Noakes has been able to comprehensively get a comfortable lead of over 2 seconds. It's 2.6 to be exact at the moment, and he's 0.4 of a second quicker than where Nino Mendez was last time around. As I say that though, Mendez has been able to close the gap just a little bit. It's now 2.4 seconds over Barry Rose, who's next on back, and Mitch Colleen. So we are line astern, just ahead of our next pair is all. We've got one car that has failed big time, and Josh Fraser has blown a right rear tyre, and the yellows have come on. John Miles, Dylan Parks, Brendan Crowe. Oh, poor Brendan Crowe's pulled to the infield. No! Cody Blight and Joshua Martinelli on the infield. So that leaves us with 12 still out on track. And Noakes again has that breathing room he wants. A heartbroker that Brendan Crowe's pulled to the infield. I'm more excited, though, to see that Sigma starting to come alive. All of a sudden, it's all fun and games when Barry Rose wants to come and play. It's really exciting. And he's keeping up with a good mate of his right just ahead of him, of Nino Mendez. Colleen, Ivanhoe, Ricky Nuccini will now be demoted to 7th position as Wayne Leviston in the 86 has been able to get on by. Then it's Danny Nicholas, Jackie Maroney, David Marini, Kelsey Beard, who's got plenty of smoke. And oh no, the left front in Olivia Smith has come undone, and the 25 has come to a stop just ahead of the CMS sign on the back straight. Racing. Back underway with the Bill Sibbald, king of the road. Noakes. Oh no, Mitch Colleen is out of noise. Something has come adrift on car number 4 that was running in position number 4. And he has got something broken on the right front. Is his machine in flat? No, it's a flat right rear tyre. So Mitch Colleen is now out. That leaves us now just with the 9 cars out on track and 12 laps to run. Noakes has been unchallenged since he's hit the lead, despite having restarts to bring the rest of the field back in. Mendez holding off his good mate Barry Rose, who's tried everything to get by the Holden Commodore. Well, Murray Ivanhoe, Wayne Leviston, Danny Nicholas, Jackie Maroney, David Marini, and Kelsey Beard are left down on track. We lost Ricky Nuccini as well. in car number 41. So quite a few have been joining the infield in this race. But there's still 9 laps left to go, and here comes the Sigma. Barry Rose ready to come play. And play he does. Look to the outside of Nino Mendes as Kelsey Beard will now retire. So left with the 8. It's less than a heat race out on track, but it's a heat race of laps left. 8 of them still to run. There'll be no change as Beard was running 9th at the time. And we left with the 8 that are left. Notes will come by with 7 remaining and could have someone new to chase him as Barry Rose finds the top side of the racetrack of Nino Mendes. We've got another broken. Oh no. Another car breaks inside of the finish. Hopefully, this is the last one. Hopefully. 7 to run. Notes, Mendes, there's a pop further back through the field. I think that'd be for Danny Nicholas, as that car was mighty sideways. Going into turn number 1 and 2. But he still holds strong, actually. Wow. Thought something went bang that time by, but no. In fact, everyone's still running up and well. 7 cars on track. 1, 2, and 3 still go at it. 5 to run. It's not over a second yet, so it's no way near over for Nino Mendes. And we've seen how this one's gone through from get-go. I think something's broken on the left rear of Clint Noakes. The tyre is on a mighty lean. Will it last the next 4 laps? This could be rotten luck for Clint Noakes inside of the checkered flag. Mendes smells blood. And he is closing in. Rose, Leviston, your top 4. The laps are counting down, but not quick enough for Clint Noakes. 2 to run. Mendes hasn't got it yet. In fact, Noakes is still quicker than the field. Back out to over a second. Rose, Leviston, Maroney, David Marini, and Danny Nicholas. White flag is out for the king of the road. And Clint Noakes has come to play in our sandpit and show us all how it's done. As your 2026 Bill Sibbald King of the Road goes to Clint Noakes. Barry Rose will come home in second. And something has gone bang on Nino Mendes. He still comes home in third. Wayne Livingston, Jackie Maroney, David Marini, and Danny Nicholas will be the last of your finishers. On the infield, Murray Harvenair after 33. Kelsey Beard after 31. Mitch Colleen and Ricky Nuccini from 26. Olivia Smith from 25. Josh Fraser from 24. Josh Martinelli, Cody Blight on 16. Brendan Crow on 15. Dylan Parks on 13. And John Miles after 4. With a Lockie Della and Ron Belfield not making the start. For the final time this year, the final checkered flag has been shown. What a season it's been. I think Nino Mendez has gone bang after that as well. The last race has been completed. It's been an amazing year. A big thank you to all of our partners, including Make Smoking History, bringing us our 2025-26 season. To KJB Industries, Collie Ridge Resort, Spry's Butchers, Amalgamated Civil and Plant Hire, Thompson Auto Parts, Collie Machine Shop, C-Tech Mechanical, Ian Guppy & Co. The Smash Repairs, Collie Bin Hire, Collie Side Effects, Mendez Race Engines, Collie Tire Power, Collie Auto Tech, Ampol Collie, Premier Coal, Southwest Fire, Synergy, Italia Hire, PFD, and Impact Engineering. Thank you for being corporate partners of our year. As he gets out of the car, he will take some time. As it's been an amazing season. And I don't think he has the energy. How about it for Clint O'Shea, winner of the Bill Sibbald King of the Road?
Right, traditionally the end of the season is probably one of the most prestigious events that this club can probably lay its hat on, because it's been around so long.
31 years.
31 years I've just been told, since we lost Bill. And the end of the season has traditionally been the Bill Sibbald King of the Road. And I'd like for it to continue that way. If we do not lose things or pack stuff up or put it away, not everything goes forever. We've had races that have gone and we put them away, but the important part is that the Bill Sibbald King of the Road continues to be acknowledged as our last race of the year. And I'm proud that the club still does that. So tradition is something that you can't buy, it rolls along. So we bookend the season with a curly fishlock, which is disappointing, but that curly passed, and we end up with a bereavement for Bill Sibbald. So once again, dribbling on a bit, but that's it, it's important. So all you proddies, there is prize money at the end, but third place tonight, and he's our feature promoted driver of how fit and healthy he is. I don't know if he got tired or the car got tired, but Nuno Mendez. Right.
Thank you. Cool. I'd just like to thank Collie Speedway. They've done a great job all year. Thanks, guys. If it wasn't for you volunteers, we wouldn't be here. And well done to Baz and Clint. You know, he showed his nose on the outside, and I thought, well, we're in trouble here, so he just sailed away, and then Baz got me at the last lap. But yeah, well done, guys. Thank you.
Righto, second, this fella's done a hell of a lot of laps around here in a Sigma, probably just as much as anyone else. So it was good to see. Barry Rose.
No, the King of the Road is probably my favourite event for the whole year. I love doing this race. It's always a lot of competition, and after the racing tonight, you see it's a pretty awesome event. Thanks to Collie Speedway, put on a great show. The track was perfect, and we've had a great season racing here. Thanks to all the proddies for the year here. It's been really good racing. Thanks to Dad for coming out tonight and helping me. and MRE Engines, Prestige Fiberglass, Money's Plumbing and Gas for all the support. Thank you.
Alright, so that leaves us with our last winner for the year, first place. It's good to see this guy actually have a bit of success here. He told me he worked his butt off on it to get it as good as it was, but it was pretty special. Yeah, I thought he had it on rails. It looked well. I think we all know he's a very big supporter of production sedans with the coming up, the absolute ripper show that they're putting on in Manjimup, the Throwdown. Hopefully we all get across there to support it, but for tonight, it's everything for him. Clint Noakes.
It is, it's a bit older these days and it's getting a bit harder to get up here with these little fuckers next to me, but I reckon if Tomo and Kenny Melbourne can do it at 80 years old, I've got a little bit to go yet. Congrats to the club. I don't get to do a lot of racing, but I've been here a few times this year. It's an exceptionally well run club every single time I've been here, so well done. Jade, Kira, Kayla and Lockie, they're there somewhere. I've got to thank Jack Fred for letting me to trailer because I forgot last time. Sorry about you, Pete.
Excellent.
I have been throwing stuff at this thing for nearly 3 seasons and not a single thing has really worked. And I was talking to Ricky tonight, where Ricky is, and he sort of tuned me up a little bit. And I went and seen a good Kyle, and he just said stop fucking around and go back to basics and look what happens. So thank you. That's it.
Who's taking the photos?